Ever found yourself struggling to connect with women, no matter what you try? It's frustrating, isn't it? Chances are you're making one or more of these 7 common mistakes. And here's the kicker. The solutions might surprise you. Ensure to stay till the end of this video as we explore the 7 biggest mistakes men make when it comes to women and how you can fix them by applying powerful, timeless, stoic principles. Picture this. You're bending over backward for someone who barely notices you. You go out of your way to please, to impress, to keep the peace, yet it feels like no matter what you do, you're invisible. Worse, you might find yourself trying to buy affection, thinking that throwing money at the problem will make them care. But here's the thing. These mistakes don't just hurt relationships, they slowly chip away at your confidence and your sense of self. You end up questioning your worth. But what if I told you there's a way out of this? Today, we're going to examine timeless wisdom you can use to reclaim your dignity, stop settling for less, and build deeper, more genuine connections. Number 1. Over-pursuing. The first mistake is over-pursuing. Think about this. You're constantly texting her, double texting, and always being the one to make plans. It feels like you're putting in all the effort, but no matter how much you try, it seems like she's pulling away. This behavior can come across as needy, and let's face it, no one wants to feel like they're chasing someone who isn't equally invested. Women, like everyone else, are naturally attracted to confidence. When you're always available, always eager for attention, it sends the message that you lack confidence in yourself. It can be a major turnoff. Instead of seeming confident and secure, you risk coming across as desperate or insecure. But here's the solution. The solution isn't about playing games or holding back out of pride. It's about shifting your focus back to yourself. Pursue your own goals and prioritize the things that make you feel fulfilled. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you're naturally less available for constant texting and chasing. And guess what? That space you create will make you more attractive. When you're busy doing your own thing and living a life that's rich with passions and ambitions, you give her a reason to miss you. Women love a man who's got a life outside of her because it shows that you're independent, strong, and self-sufficient. Plus, your confidence will shine through, and that's what truly draws people in. Before we proceed, if you're finding this content valuable so far, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Your support motivates us to keep creating content that helps you level up in your relationships and life. So go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe. It only takes a second, but it means a lot to us. Number 2. Leading with your wallet instead of your character. Many men fall into the trap of thinking money can buy loyalty or love. But here's the hard truth. Money only buys temporary attention. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the value of a man is in his character, not his possessions. When you lead with your wallet, you're building a relationship on a shaky foundation. Lavish gifts and flashy displays may impress in the moment, but they won't win respect or create a genuine connection. What really matters is your character, your integrity, your values, your ability to lead by example. Solution. Instead of thinking you need to impress with material things, focus on investing in yourself. Show leadership by being disciplined, making wise financial choices, and prioritizing long-term stability over short-term splurging. Remember, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The true mark of success is self-control, not materialism. The more you develop your principles and character, the stronger and more genuine your relationships will be. Now think about this. When you lead with money, does it earn respect or does it breed dependence? Number 3. Rushing commitment. One of the biggest mistakes men make is rushing into commitment too soon. When you move too quickly in a relationship, it can have the opposite effect, pushing her away rather than drawing her closer. Think about it. If you're immediately jumping into serious talks, pushing for labels, or even expecting too much too soon, it can overwhelm her. Relationships need time to breathe. They need room to grow naturally. Without that time, it's hard to build the trust and the emotional connection that make a relationship truly strong. The solution? Slow down. Take the time to let the relationship develop at its own pace. You don't need to rush into anything. Let her get to know you, let yourself get to know her, and allow the bond to build without pressure. It's about showing her respect for where she is emotionally and recognizing that deep connections take time. When you let things unfold naturally, you both become more comfortable and you start seeing the real potential for something lasting. The moral of this lesson: patience isn't just a virtue. It's the foundation for lasting, meaningful relationships. The more you practice it, the stronger and more genuine your connections will be. Number 4. Misinterpreting independence. It's a common mistake many men make, seeing a woman's independence as something to be intimidated by, or worse, something that needs to be managed. When she's confident, assertive, and takes charge of her own life, some men feel threatened. This can quickly lead to resentment, insecurity, and frustration, as if her strength somehow diminishes theirs. But here's the truth. Her independence isn't a challenge to you. It's a reflection of her self-worth and individuality. And rather than trying to compete with her strength, you should celebrate it. Solution: the strongest relationships are the ones where both partners stand side by side, each respecting and admiring the other's capabilities. Strong women are drawn to strong men, not those who try to outshine them or dim their light, but those who stand with them, supporting their growth and their achievements. The lesson here is simple. A secure relationship is built on mutual respect. It thrives when both people honor and value what makes the other unique. So instead of viewing her independence as something to fight against, embrace it and watch the connection grow stronger. Number 5. Lack of personal growth. If you're not growing, you're stagnating. And let me tell you, stagnation is not attractive to anyone, especially not women. Picture this. Growth is energy, and energy is magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to men who are constantly evolving, who are out there learning new things, improving themselves, and pushing beyond their limits. The problem is, so many guys get caught up in the routine, in their comfort zones, thinking they've done enough, that they don't need to keep leveling up. But here's the thing. Growth doesn't stop. It's a lifelong journey. Whether it's setting new personal goals, picking up new skills, or simply staying physically active, every step you take to grow makes you more attractive, more engaging, and more connected to the world around you. And here's the solution. The more you grow, the more you begin to show up for yourself. And in turn, you show up better for those around you. It's about developing yourself, creating momentum, and living with purpose. So ask yourself, what's one area of your life where you can start making progress today? Whether it's fitness, learning a new language, or just being more mindful, the smallest step in the right direction creates big momentum. Start today, because growth isn't just attractive, it's essential. Number 6. Seeking validation. Instead of self-mastery, you crave her validation more than you value your own. It's a trap many fall into, where you're constantly seeking her approval, whether through attention, gifts, or words of affirmation. You put her needs first, hoping that if you show enough worth, she'll finally see you as valuable. But here's where it all goes wrong. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. Our own actions, not her opinions. What you do, how you think, and the standards you hold yourself to, these are the only things you can truly control. Solution. It starts with a mindset shift. Begin each day by journaling your principles, by grounding yourself in your core values, and by making sure your actions align with them, regardless of external approval or what others think of you. By living authentically, without seeking validation from others, you start to attract the right people naturally. A man who knows his worth doesn't need to chase. He draws others in through confidence, clarity, and authenticity. This is the essence of self-mastery. You become someone who adds value to others, not by changing yourself for them, but by remaining true to who you are. Number 7. Misunderstanding attraction. Now let's talk about the last biggest mistake men make: confusing attraction with effort. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you pull out all the stops with grand gestures, she'll magically be drawn to you. But here's the reality. Attraction isn't something you can buy. It's not a transaction where you give something and get affection in return. What draws a woman in is the connection she feels with you, not your wallet, not your extravagant efforts. So what's the solution? Simple. Be funny. Be real. Women are attracted to authenticity, not performances. If you're trying to impress her with an image of who you think she wants you to be, you're missing the mark. Instead, focus on being yourself, your true, unpolished self. Confidence isn't about showing off. It's about being comfortable in your skin. And humor? It's the ultimate connection tool. When you can laugh together, you're building something far more valuable than any expensive gift ever could. The moral lesson here? Authenticity trumps effort every time. When you drop the act and show up as your real, unfiltered self, you create a space for something real to happen. The right woman will value that far more than anything you could buy. So stop trying to impress with things that don't matter and start building a genuine connection. Let's take a step back and recap what we've covered so far. You've seen how over-pursuing can push someone away. Rushing into a commitment before it's right can trap you in unhealthy dynamics, and ignoring your own growth in the process only sets you up for frustration. These are some of the biggest mistakes men make, and they sabotage success with women without you even realizing it. But the good news? Fixing these issues is simpler than you think. Start with setting boundaries, respecting your own needs, and taking the time to build real, meaningful connections. You've just learned how easily we can fall into these traps, trying to please or buying affection. But here's the truth. These behaviors don't just harm our relationships, they undermine our self-worth. Stoics taught us that true power lies in controlling what we can, our thoughts, actions, and responses. By applying these timeless principles, you can break free from the cycle of self-doubt and build relationships rooted in respect, authenticity, and strength. Remember, it's not about changing who you are to meet someone else's expectations. It's about staying true to your values, setting healthy boundaries, and having the confidence to walk away when something doesn't align with your self-respect. Now, it's your turn. What's the one mistake you're committed to fixing today? Is it trying to buy affection? Drop a comment below and let us know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this content valuable so far, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And if you're looking for even more practical advice, check out our previous video. It's a game changer you don't want to miss. See you on our next video.